Hello, good morning. Why is it not? Where's the game? Hello, game capture? Okay. Oops. Okay. But hello, good morning. Hello. Why is my model like leaned back oddly? Wah. Can I like adjust where the model? How do I reset? Is there like a reset tracking button? Yeah, let me just open and close the app. Is that better? No, I still like turned weird. Can I not adjust it in Warudo? I guess that's fine. It's still kind of like... Okay. That seems more right. Otherwise, I'll figure it out later. But hello, good morning. How are you? Well, let me turn this on. Hey, Cosmo. Phase at level 69 and parts at level 6-7. Actually, do I not have the option to change characters? Didn't occur to me before, but there's not one of the like blue save cubes. Pagima, hello. Good morning. Kinda 3D model's like positioned weird. I gotta use Warudo more to get used to it. I'm like not I'm not as familiar with it as like Live 2D. Shout out at Pagima. And which one of these exits out? Like this one, right? No. I don't think I talked to these people yet. It's not bad. There's a lot of people and it's fun to play in the snow. Let me adjust my mic a little bit. After losing our home in Kislev, we lost our home in Ab too, so we decided to stay here for a while. But next time, I want to live somewhere that's green. There's not a lot of green left on the planet. Never thought I'd live here. I want to make my parents happy. Gibby. I wasn't planning on living here, but my son's family is with me. I don't know why, but recently, families keep increasing. I like this house because there's lots of cats. That's kind of real, though. I like all the little kibbies. Kibdi. It's a different system from what it wet, but jeez. I'm gonna look quickly. Be quiet, sister. Please take the children elsewhere. You want the children to stand in the cold hallway? This is the warmest room. Why can't they stay here? We're having a very important meeting. They're disturbing us. Please don't get so upset. I really appreciate that you're trying to protect us. But you know those people are the only ones who can change our fate, don't you? Enjoy. Hello. How's it rolling? It's rolling pretty good, I think. I mean, Drassel X. There may be a few things that we can do, but I've been a soldier all my life. I can't sit still as long as there are people to protect and enemies to fight. I'm prepared to protect everyone here. Good luck to you too. I will protect these people, so don't worry. My grandma made this for my mom when she was a child. It's really warm. Her outfit is so cute, isn't it? Eh? Why can't I talk to this guy? Kids are all the same in Kislev, Av, Nissan. What is it? Can I do that too? The children are annoying, but they're the reason why I'm here. That's so real. I want to see my mom and dad. This is the first time I've seen snow. It's so light and white. It's a beautiful pattern. It appears for an instant, then it melts on my palm. It's amazing. If we had more weapons, what would that accomplish anyway? We gotta do what we can. Now more than ever, I feel as it's important children. I feel that as if each child is very important. Well, I mean, by the numbers, every person is very important. We're kind of running out. I'll play with the sister. We both have no longer have anything to lose. Do as you wish. I hope you'll have help from heaven. Really, how can we fight against an enemy like that? You think it's just going to sit there while we gather all of Av and Kislev's armies? What are the Av and Kislev's armies going to do anyway? I had doubts about fighting before, but not about protecting the people here. I want to help people, but all I know how to do is fight. We had a hard time evacuating because my daughter begged us to take all the cats with us. Oh, I think this was a family in Av that had all these cats. This isn't bad at all compared to the military camp and the cat house. Gibdies. I'm glad all these Gibdies are safe. They're blocking the door, though. No, it's the Drassel again. Can I go inside? I'm surprised there's like a free roaming part of the game again. It's been a while since we've been allowed to walk around. Deus integrated with Zohar and awoke. But we found out Deus is in the center of the giant structure created out of the fallen Merkaba. The only way we can think of to destroy Deus is to penetrate into there and make our way to the center. That structure used to be Merkaba itself, but we must assume that the inside has changed significantly. We don't know what dangers await inside there. Please be very careful. Yeah, thanks, Sigurd. Let me take care of it. I will destroy Deus, even if it costs me everything I have. Faye, are you sure about this? Bart? I know what you must be thinking now, but if you destroy Deus, the proliferation of the nanomachines that are out to turn this planet itself into a weapon will stop. I ask this every time they start talking about Deus, but like a weapon against what? What were they possibly fighting that would justify having a planetary scale weapon? Or to what end? To whose benefit? But if you end up losing Ellie, who is united with Deus for that very purpose, then what good will it be? Listen, we should also try to save Ellie, but everyone on Earth will die. So, we sort of have to make a pragmatic decision here, I think. But, that's right, Faye. She's our friend who's been through a lot with us, too. I think that saving a dear friend is just as important as protecting our planet or saving the world. You know, that's sort of an ethical question. That's a moral. What would even be the right framing of that? Ethically, I would say no. I think protecting the planet is more important. Like, like saving Ellie and saving your friends matters. But the priority should be that the planet stays inhabitable. What better reason is there to fight? If you can't even save your friends, then how could you save the world? Fair enough. Don't you agree? Yeah, Sig's right. Don't you ever give up, Faye, no matter what. You're the only one who can release Ellie from Deus' spell. But we'll give you as much backup as we can, so... Thanks a lot. Bart, Sigurd, I won't give up. You volunteered to fight for the young master, and for the rest of us. So it's our turn to fight for you and Ellie. Let's go, Faye, to gain true freedom. Shall we launch the Yggdrasil? Well, hold on. I want to poke around a little bit. If Sigurd passes away, I will... Don't jinx my guy. Jeez. don't bury him like that. Put that evil on him. Yggdrasil 3 can fly now, thanks to Shabbat's technology. No, I think I remember how to operate it. Maybe I should ask him. We'll ask him before we set off again. The map needs to be rewritten because of what's happened. Can I see the map? Our maps aren't of much help anymore. Do you want to see the ship's charts? Is this up to date? Oh yeah. Oh, Noaton's still there? Tora's house. Tora's house is still there? Vessel of Anima Dungeon 1. Vessel of Anima... Wait, we can just physically go to these? So wait, the Vessel of Anima dungeons that we did earlier are locations on the map. Why didn't you just let me fly to them and do it normally then? Why was I being, like, chased around by the game so much? Tora's house. I might go to Vessel of Anima Dungeon 1 and just finish up all the combos. Or at least for, like, these 3. I'm kind of interested why we can go to Noaton. Will it let me do the fighting game mode, actually? I assume flying to Deus just finishes the game? Actually, I'm not going to bet on that. I've thought the game was going to end a bunch of times now, so I should have no assumptions about that. Going to Deus progresses the game. Let's say that. So I think we should go to Tora's house. We should go by Nuaton. And then we'll stop by Vessa of Anima Dungeon number 1. Because that one had a good place to do human scale fights. All I've heard is static since then. I hope people are still alive out there. Let's put more oomph into it. I'm finally getting used to being in the sky, but I shouldn't get too relaxed yet. Oh, sorry. I didn't realize you were there. Want to hear the hot sounds I recorded? Sure, Vance. Nah, I'm good. I'm just humoring you for old time's sake, my guy. The ship's missiles might not work on that monster. The ship's missiles are kind of underwhelming, I gotta be honest with you. That Jericho is serious. I should put more oomph into it too. A lot of oomph out here. Speaking of going to Noaton, did they put the ship back where it came from? Like the castle? You may not have noticed it, but ever since the time you guys came here, the tree's grown a little bit. It looks pretty much the same to me, but if you say so, guy. It may only be little by little, but it still means our hopes and dreams are also growing to fruition. Also, it is actually important that you keep growing that tree. There's not a lot of plants left on the planet, so this has actually become a very important sample of plant life. God, I've been standing here for such a long time. Was I of any help to you? Yeah, man, sure. Don't worry about it. Well, I'm happy to hear that, even if you're not being truthful. Nah, listen, everybody's helpful. You don't have to worry about it that much. Don't overthink it. Bit of shortage of the green. It was a long journey, but what we did was not in vain. Let's prove it. A lot of the things we did were in vain, but I understand the sentiments. There's a lot of really confident statements of sentiment going on. It's like, I get it, but you know, let's not be dishonest here. Like, I think, you remember all that fighting over the throne in the capital of Av? Breedablick, like, physically doesn't exist anymore. So, some of the things we did certainly were in vain. It appears the final hour is approaching. If need be, this Mason will also take up arms and come to your aid. No, Mason, you're fine here. It's not in vain until the end. No, some of the things we did certainly were in vain. Like, that's just a fact. Like, definitively. Maybe not every... Taken all together, you know, as one story, it comes together not in vain. But there were some specific arcs there that turned out to not matter that much. How many of you have service? What are you selling? What do you got on you? Godson ammo? Aether stone, anti-aether. I'm kind of broke. Well, I can always sell more stuff if I need to. You two girls were here? I thought this was Rico's room. Maybe his room is the other one. The bonds between my father and I can't be broken. Why? Doesn't he possess Seebzen? We still have that thing. I thought your parents were both inside there. Emeralda, go too. Yeah, don't worry about it, Emeralda. I really feel like they should ask Emeralda more about what's going on. I feel like she knows more than she said, and she just doesn't say anything because nobody asks her. Oh, here we go. I'll never forgive what they did to him. He did nothing wrong. Hammer did a couple of things that were wrong, but it wasn't his fault. Like, again, this is another one. Like, that's not actually true. He did a few things that were... He killed Ellie's mom. Like, come on. Like, he was also sort of a shady guy, but, you know, it was a situational matter. But I do feel bad for Hammer. And he certainly didn't deserve to be ripped apart and turned into a weird cyborg robot. That was kind of scary. Engine full power. Senryoku Zenkai. Where's that dog? The dog! The engine dog! I love this guy. Doggy. Coil breakdown at the turret's cooled suddenly. It's almost time. We may not be able to do much on the front line, but we'll give you the best support we can. Why is everyone in here so apologetic about, like, not being... Like, you guys are doing fine. I don't expect you to come out of the ship and get killed, alright? Like, there's plenty of support from in here. Don't worry about it. Thunderbird, hello. Good morning. Marble Rivals. Real. That reminds me, if Savannah shot down and Ellie isn't here, did they finally put Seebzen inside of the ship? Because it wasn't in the ship's hangar before, because it, like, launches from Shabbat. Which seems a little inconvenient, honestly. Although Shabbat is mobile, so I guess not. Fight to your heart's content, and go get injured to your heart's content. I always forgot. I literally completely forgot about the weight system. But I guess it doesn't matter. We're still at perfect weight, so I guess we're doing it right. Oh yeah, we're gonna give it all we got for the young master. Whoa. What was that? Arg, if only I wasn't willing, I would also be able to. No, please just lay down, man. So why are you people all in such a hurry to get yourselves killed? Just stop. It's enough that the ship works, okay? It's beyond my ability to understand, but regardless, I'm counting on you, Base. No one else can do this. That's probably true. I've got to work hard for my daughter's future. Well, nobody quite has a future at the moment, but we're working on it. Get enough rest and be ready for that decisive battle. This is where we rest. Do you want to rest too? No, I'm good right now. See you later. Let me know when you want to rest. As long as you're alive, I'll be happy. That's so real. That's all you really need at the end of the day. I'll remember to obey lights out from now on, so please come back alive. No, I don't need the note on how to use the guns. Why does she even still need to do this? She can talk now, right? Where's Choo Choo, actually? Isn't she in this room, too? You're the only ones who can save us. We're counting on you. Young Master, you better not die. Promise me. Of course, I'm not gonna die. Quit saying such weird stuff. Sorry. Yeah, you're right. You'll make it back. When you come back, I'm going to... Well, I just thought... Maybe I could be closer to you, you know? Margie, please just confess. You need to confess your feelings. The world is literally ending. It's an Armageddon out there. It's the apocalypse. You need to work up the courage right now. He might actually die for real, and everybody else as well. Please, you cannot be tsundere. This is... Yeah. How long were you gonna keep this bottled up? The world is literally ending. Hey, whoa, quit it. Do you know what you're saying? Heh, just kidding. Young Master, you're all panicked. Just fucking with him a little bit. Funny, I don't see Choo Choo. Yeah, I was wondering that. Where is she? Where'd she go off to? Change party members? Well, she's still here, so she must be in the ship. Yeah, we no longer have access to Ellie. It's a strange idea. Locked out of one of the party members from the beginning. So wait, is Seebzen in the ship now? I can view all the... You know... Is that Choo Choo? Choo Choo? Eh? Wait, what is she doing over there? Choo Choo? Wait, what are you doing? Stop! Seebzen isn't here. Was there like a hangar in the broken part of Shivada I didn't see? Be sure to tune up your gears for the decisive battle. We couldn't get as many gear parts as we would have liked, but by all means, use them. Well, I'm kind of broke, so that might have to wait, but I do want to take a look at some of these gears. Like the Xenogears. This is a pretty iconic, like, title drop kind of deal. What do you want to do? The fact that the main mech is the name of the, like an anime, you know? It's the name of the show. This is Xenogears. Phase gear. Wait. Well-Tailed 2 was transformed after its contact with Zohar. Detailed specs cannot be ascertained by measuring the measuring devices here. Well, I mean, it doesn't even... It's like a theoretical thing. It doesn't really exist, right? This is a particle and a wave distinction, right? If you were to try to examine how this works, you would just collapse the waveform. But then again, I wonder whether this gear has an limited ability to measure at all. Yeah, no, it's like a theoretical machine. This is a quantum physical device. It doesn't even... It's questionable whether it even physically exists or not. It almost seems that this gear gets stronger and stronger as Faye's mental powers increase. Anyhow, the engine seems to have been left in there from before, so it should require fuel as before. That's actually kind of weird, it does, when you think about it. We're pulling energy from another dimension, but we still need to fuel the engine. But it wouldn't surprise me if this thing doesn't actually need fuel anymore. Well, does it or doesn't it? Can I talk to a guy like, can I still... I can still rename it? That's crazy. I don't know why that has always been an option. It seems like the gear names are sort of significant. It's weird that it lets you just change them. This is El Andivari, the Young Master's gear. It was created by two of the sages of Shivat, Balthazar and Melchior. They made it using the data on the Omni gear left by Rani Fatima, an ancestor of the Young Master, and the data obtained from Xenogears. It is a combination of the latest gear technology and nanotechnology, but the performance is the same as when it was an Omni gear. It looks the same as when it was an Omni gear too. Even when it was found in the underground in Nissan, its basic weapon equipment was the whip. That must mean the Young Master's ancestor must have used whips and rods too. I guess it's in the blood, huh? Man, the mech design is still so good in this game. I do feel like I'm a little frustrated because I feel like as we get the Omni gears and the Vessels of Anima, it feels like there's a sort of convergence in the way everything looks. Like the gears more generally were more varied before, and now they're kind of all matching. They all have they're all pushing towards a similar aesthetic. They're all still pretty varied, but I feel like they're more similar to each other now than they were originally. Fenrir. This is Fenrir, Dr. Satan Uzuki's gear. It was created by two of the sages of Shivat, Balthazar and Melchior. And that third sage doesn't do nothing. They use the data from the Omni gear Fenrir, brought from Solaris by the Doctor, and Faye's Xenogears. It is a union of gear and nanotechnology, but the performance is the same as when it was an Omni gear. The default equipment is the sword, which seems to be the Doctor's weapon of choice. It is sort of interesting that Satan ended up using his sword. It seemed like there was a big commitment to not have anyone use anything like normative in terms of weapons. And they never ended up giving Rico a weapon. Ilsteir. This is Elsteir. It's Rico's gear. Like the other Omni gears, it was at one point a vessel of anima absorbed by Deus and deactivated. I feel like Riku and Billy got sort of the worst deal, like the rawest deal of it, because they literally like had normal gears that were upgraded into Omni gears just for them to be deactivated like almost immediately after. So you could argue that like Bart had an advantage from having the Omni gear for a while. He had it the longest, but it was really only a disadvantage of them to upgrade their gears. They would have been better off just not, like, collecting their shards of light. However, using the data taken from Xenogears as a base, the sages of Shabbat, Balthazar, and Melchior reconstructed it. Thanks to that, its capabilities have increased prior to the prior version. Its standard weapon is the same as it was before its reconstruction. Hellstar is pretty cool. I'm kind of sad this one's so advanced looking. That's kind of what I mean about them getting more similar to each other in terms of design. I feel like Styr was kind of far apart from everything else. It was much more industrial. It kind of reminded me of Avotum's. I want to hear them talk about Jutsu. What is she doing here? What are you guys doing? What do you want to do? What are you guys doing? Why is she acting like this? This is... Huh? Choo-choo? What in the world are you doing here? You don't need any maintenance work. You're the way. Go grab some food and take a nap or something. I'm exhausted, Chew. Since you're here, I'd like a massage. Stop fucking around. Just kidding. Ellie, she was so kind. I know I'm not the only one to miss her. I know Bart, Margie, Billy, Satan, Rico, Maria, Emeralda, and Faye all do too. Although they don't say it, I can feel it. Standing here, I remember her kind and gentle smile. But why are you standing here? Ellie will return, won't she? Bart. Thanks, Choo-choo. Thanks for trying to reduce all this tension in the air for me. I'll remember this. Anyway, Ellie's gotta be alive, right? Faye. Let's go back to the room. Margie seemed to be worried. Okay, I'll come too. So why was she doing that? Oh, Choo-choo. Really funny bit they did for no real reason. Here's Billy's gear. This is really cool. This is El Renmauzo. This is Billy's gear. Like the other Omnigears, it was at one point a vessel of anima and was absorbed by Deus and thus deactivated. However, using the data taken from Xenogears as a base, the sages of Shabbat, Balthazar, and Melchior could reconstruct it. Thanks to that, its capabilities have increased compared to the prior version. The standard weapon is the same as before reconstruction. Billy's father's buntline cannon can still be used too. Huh. Actually, is Billy's dad still here? I'm kind of interested in Crescent's. This one isn't technically an Omnigear, the same as Maria's, right? Crescent's, it's Emeralda's gear. This gear's controls are quite unique. The colony of nanomachines from Emeralda's body. No, not from, that is. She doesn't have nanomachines in her body. Her body is just nanomachines. Physically merges with the gear for direct control. Theoretically, this gear shouldn't require repairs, but it seems they don't try to repair anything except Emeralda herself. So we're left with no choice but to have to maintain this gear. The surface hovering and flight capabilities are quite impressive. Were Crescents and Season affected by the Omnigears being disabled? Because they're like pseudo-Omnigears, right? But yeah, is Josiah even here? I haven't run into him. I assume he's still here somewhere. If something should happen, I'll go too. That's the spirit of the Yggdrasil gear troops. What do you want to do with your gears? Will we sell it here? I'm actually curious. All the standard stuff. Actually, how do we still have the Yggdrasil 3? Didn't they destroy it on the attack on the ship from before? I guess they still had the bridge, but how did we rebuild the rest of it again? Although I guess we're just sort of used to it. I suppose they could have just remade it with nano sheets. I may have been getting in everyone's eye up to that. You don't say that. You're fine, Choo-Choo. You don't get in the way. You're small. Don't worry about it. Do you know what happened to the other Choo-Choos, though? I can't stand to think Faye and his friends may perish away like us. I'm going to fight so that this kind of thing never happens to anyone again. You're the only ones who can save us. We're counting on you. Change party members? Oh, I'm good. Would it have skipped that scene if I just put Choo-Choo in my party first? Kind of curious. Well, anyway. Let's go by Kislev, let's go by Tora's house, and then I'll probably just go learn all the combos before we head towards the end of the game, since it gave us a second to breathe here. Actually, run the controls by me again. Triangle is the accelerator. Directional with triangle. Go up, down by pressing up by pressing down, change direction. When you want to turn quickly, press L1 for left, R1 for right. You can reverse. R2 is held. Here. No button to land. Okay, let's launch. I am curious about the places we're allowed to go here. So, let's stop by... Readablick is here, but can we actually go inside? No. Okay, that is what I thought. Well, actually, what's that cave? Oh, that's the cave we come out of from underground. Right. So, the map kind of looks the same, weirdly. That's where Bart's old base is. Nissan's there. Is that fortress still here? Yeah. We haven't really made use of the Jasper fortress, huh? Not since destroying the gates. Oops. Oh, I guess I can't land here quite. Noaton, Kislev. Is the chip even still in the middle? Why can we still go in Noaton? Is it just to let us play the fighting game version? What? Nothing's here even. Ah, blue crystal. Imperial inferior. What the? What? Currency exchange lost. Code error. Eh? Hey, it is still here. The continent of Ignis and its countries, the Empire, Kislev, and Kingdom of Av, these all no longer exist. Our world lost such names on that day. The survivors have gathered in the snowfield far to the south. It's the last stand of the living. Then what are you people doing here? I abandoned this place once, but it's the city in which I was born. I can't turn my back on it that easily. That's why I came back to what was once the Imperial capital. Even if destruction was to come to this world, I'd go on protecting it. Protecting what? There's nothing here. From that day on, peace has disintegrated, but we are all alive. That's a truth that can't be changed. It's not that everything has ended. Our planet has just returned to its original state, and we are still alive. All has not been lost. Looking at your eyes, I know you too haven't lost your hope. I remember the day you came to the Imperial capital. Oh, so you too heard the rumors and came to try out the battling here, at this place once known as Kislev? The world has been shadowed by angels of death, but we still live on like this. This is not the end for us. I'm a battler, a warrior. I'll fight on to the end. Until death do me part. I still retain my BP from before. M-Disc. What are the dolls anyway? Don't seem to have the right amount of points. Life Zone, Aether Doubler. S Charger, X Charger, Speed Shoes. Huh. So I guess we're allowed to still do battling if we want. Nothing learned, nothing gained. Ask and you shall receive, perhaps. Anyway, Battler, what do you need to know about the battling contest? No, I'm good. What inhumed our world that day was an angel, a so-called messenger of God. My sister, my mother, my father, they are all dead. I am a soldier of the military empire of Kislev, and yet, I could do nothing. Damn it, damn everything. Kind of odd they maintain the battling system here. Okay. Let's go by Tora's house and then the first dungeon, which is over there. It's kind of, I mean, I guess they didn't want to remodel everything, but it's weird how little the map has changed. Oh, this is where the mass driver was? Not as far from everything as I would have thought. Okay. I'm actually being attacked by something? Wait, what the hell are those? It must be Varus. Actually, aren't these the same flesh creatures we saw with the other plushie? The Suffle, yeah, with the Suffle mass. I should get out and walk. How do I... Wait, where actually is Tora's house? No, that's the Dressel. So it is here. How do I... Do I need to, like, get out to get to it? Yeah, here we are. Yeah, we just can't enter the forest with our gears. Why is this still here? Maybe just to let us see where it, like, is on the map, because we never had a chance to actually see where this was. After leaving it the first time, we just got shuffled around through events. Is Dora even here? Oh, he is. Hey, old man, what's up? Thanks for visiting. You're looking mighty healthy. I want to help you more, but this body can't survive unless it breathes the air here. What do you mean by that? Looks like I'm just about ready to meet my maker, huh? Ho ho ho. Oh, Tora. Don't worry, I'll stop my moaning. Besides, I have a nice present for you. Receive manly metal, goddess robe. The fate of the world is in your hands. In the meantime, I'll just watch from here. Manly metal and goddess robe. I'm guessing these are equipment? Don't see it though. Muscle belt. Metal jacket. Oh. Defense up when ally KO'd. Oh. Yeah, I guess I'll look at that. And I guess one of the girls has to equip the goddess robe. Yeah, I guess this is just here to let you know where it is on the actual world map. I'm still a little confused given that a lot of these locations exist on the world map. It didn't just allow us to go around normally. Actually, if I'll be attacked by the supple mask, do I really need to... Will I be attacked outside of my gears? Oh yeah. I should twinge to the wizardry ring. But yeah. So triangle. Oops. Square, triangle, triangle, triangle. Attack, triangle, square. Oops, no. That's the wrong one. I might just take a minute to learn all the attacks. Triangle, triangle, square, triangle, triangle. Mimic Chest, hello. Hello, Sentai and chat peoples. How are you? Good morning. Triangle, square, triangle, triangle, triangle. Actually, do they have their death blow list? Let me actually check the death blow list. Okay. Let me check which death blows they have and which ones they still need to learn. and equip the wizardry rings. But yeah, I might just grind enemies for a while. Status, death blows. Okay. They're still missing a lot of them. Bard especially doesn't have a lot. And Faye's missing his. So let me... Where's the wizardry ring? Yeah, we have 3 wizardry rings, so we can give them each one. Wizardry ring. I'm a little confused which one's which, actually. Let me take a screenshot of this list, and then we can check which ones increase and which ones don't. Gotta master all the Legend of Legia combos? Yeah, I would have mastered them sooner. I didn't... I always thought I could put that off. I wasn't expecting... I don't know. By the time I started thinking about that, the game was kind of in full tilt. What the hell's that? Angel out here? Can we even hurt this thing? What is happening? Yeah, let's let's actually call our gears out here. A little annoyed you can do this, but not the opposite. Okay. If I'm gonna be getting attacked by stuff like this, then I probably will go to the one dungeon. So that's what the seraphs look like, huh? Okay. It says the dungeon is here, but like, where here physically, I'm not really sure. Water seraphs. Why am I getting attacked by so many weird random enemies on the world map? Angel AR? Ooh. That's interesting. Ah. So this should be the one where we got Billy's. Yeah. Oh. Huh. Okay. Okay, I see. That's... Wait, what? Wait, what? Where... Why did it spit us out into the ship? Okay, we'll grind the enemies in here, though. Oh, Johnny's still here. Okay, we gotta get out so we can go inside. The other Vessel of Anima dungeon was sized for gears, so this is probably the best place where we can fight people-sized enemies. Oh, I forgot the heals at that. Oh, that's fine. Triangle, square, triangle, triangle, triangle. And you use triangle, triangle, square, triangle, triangle. These things are pretty durable too, so they make good practice dummies. And they can't really hurt us. But yeah, mastering the combos here gives us more options in the mech. This lets us grind for levels, because I'm a little unclear of what level we should be at. Or what even is the max level. And I'm unclear on if we'll have a chance to do this again, so I do kind of want to get this now. I don't know if I'll get all of the... like every single one of the death blows. But I do want to get at least some of them before the end of the game. Okay, wait. So did any of them go up in number? It doesn't especially look like it. Sanretsu. Well, actually, Faye has the hardest time, like, learning. Is it not the, like, ones they get, though? Like, is it not triangle, 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 X? Dynamic. Okay, but I'll just run around for a bit. I am glad we have a chance to, like, just poke around and do things. It really seemed like we were just gonna get railroaded straight to the end of the game, like on mostly cutscenes. It's sort of unfortunate the back half of the game is like this. Can you let me do the... No, wait. I'm gonna do that one wrong. Back. X. Triangle, triangle, square. I'm a little confused by, like... what it says they are and what... Because, like, to learn Ho 10, would you not just do the bit? Oh, I forgot they do this, actually. These are kind of annoying enemies. Okay, what does that put us at? I wish I knew which one was Zanretsu so I could just learn it right away. Okay. Okay, so that one is Astral. Dynamic. Okay, no, we're doing it kind of right. Yeah, I'm sad no game ever tried this system of like combos and techniques and everything. It's such a fun idea that really spices up turn-based combat. So, triangle, square, triangle, triangle, triangle. And you do triangle, triangle, square, triangle, triangle.